Ladies and gentlemen, yes, this is your favorite show, Sports Unfolded, with your favorite hosts, Eric and Ron.
Hey, sports fans! Welcome to the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded, where we cover all of this week's top sports stories. I am your host, Eric. Main man over there, Ron. How are you tonight?
I'm doing all right. You know, you kind of remind me of somebody that's on one of those radio stations in the hub.
Okay. Is that a compliment or a...
You know, you're kind of starting to resemble Felger.
Oh, man. Well, that makes you Maz.
I know, and that's the unfortunate thing. And we're very similar, too, when you think about it.
You are. You got a lot of similarities. We are happy to be here tonight and just want to tell everyone out there that if you're joining us live tonight, please join the chat. Let us know what you think about all the great topics that we're going to talk about tonight. But first, we want to take some time to thank those that help us continue to grow. Ron, if you want to start off with our wonderful friends down there in
stuck something in there,
Providence, Rhode Island.
All right, tonight's show is brought to you by Sprout Co-working. For all your co-working needs, except when Ron dies on air.
I guess so.
Let me try this again.
All right.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Sprout Co-working. For all your co-working needs, large or small, visit sproutcoworking.com. Whew.
We also want to thank those in the Dallas, Georgia market, 99.1 WDJY FM. Thank you for the support and putting us on every Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m., as well as our friends here in Southeast Connecticut, Public Access Channel 12, SECTV. Thank you for putting us on every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. We appreciate the support. If you're watching or listening, join us live every Friday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to participate in the greatest sports podcast on the planet. Ron, before we get started, hopefully your holidays were well. Hope everybody out there had some fun as well. Check out last week's episode where we discussed our favorite side dishes for Thanksgiving. We'll have a little more fun towards the Christmas time and that show as well, and make some fun out of that. Maybe our favorite pajamas. Maybe we'll wear pajamas that day, Ron. I see the way you're looking. I know you're loving it. You're thinking, what pajama could I wear? That's what's going on in your mind right now.
Sure.
I know it.
Sure.
What am I
Is
going
it
to do?
Garanimals? No, that was underwear, right? Garanimals was underwear?
I think so. Oh, my friend. This thing don't like me. Okay, that's not going to happen tonight. All right. So let's get this party started. I got some technical difficulties down on this end. Gentlemen, Manny, thanks for joining us tonight. Manny, good timing, because we're going to start off with our leadoff story, and that is the game last night and what it means for both teams. Dallas Cowboys faced the Detroit Lions last night. Ron, what did we learn about the game? Lions defeated the Cowboys 44-30. What does it mean for both teams?
It's almost they got one more nail left in the coffin of the Dallas Cowboys. They can't lose another game.
No, without a doubt, they cannot.
And it's still going to be hard to climb over somebody. You know, they just put themselves out of it.
Yeah, 6-1. The tie definitely hurts them now at this point. 4 games remaining, Ron. Vikings, Chargers, at the Commanders, at the Giants. They could possibly win 3 of the 4. which keeps them in the fold, but they've got to jump some teams here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be very difficult, like I said, because when you think about the Detroit Lions, they put themselves in a better spot, but they're still not in a great spot either. I mean, you got the Chicago Bears, the Green Bay Packers. I mean, that is going to be tough in itself. You still got to worry about those three teams in the West in the NFC, Seattle, Rams, and 49ers. All those teams aren't going to make it. They're not all going to make it. And,
No.
there's no way. I don't think Dallas has a chance. And in fact, I think Detroit has been so vulnerable this year. They might be out as well because
Yeah, listen,
30 points.
Detroit, no easy run here. At the Rams, Steelers, at Vikings, at Bears. That's a tough
I
stretch.
mean, you might win 2 of those.
Problem is 3-3 on the 3-3 on the road too. They haven't been a good road team. My own opinion, Cowboys aren't making the playoffs. I seem to agree with that. Yes, I'm a fan, but be realistic. We're not going nowhere. This defense is not the greatest. Bland was a muppet the whole game. They got my hopes up the past 3 weeks for nothing. Yeah, listen, anything's possible, but I seem to tend to think that Manny's correct in that aspect of you're probably not going to see the Dallas Cowboys get in. I think the Lions have a better shot, but that schedule, to me, and they haven't been consistent either, Ron. The Lions haven't shown anything that coaching that we had talked about early in the year, you're starting to see it. Offensively, they look at times lackadaisical, or the calls are a little off. The defense sometimes just doesn't play up to the standard.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think.
And look, they have enough talent that they can win, probably all of those games. But at the same time, they could lose all of those games.
100%. The way they've been playing this year, I 100% agree.
And that to me spells doom for them, because if that's what you're getting, that's what we're taking out of that last game, then they're already doomed. And probably both those teams aren't going to be in the playoffs.
Which is crazy, right? If you talk, Dallas obviously was more of a long shot to make the postseason.
Yeah.
Even to begin, but Detroit not to be there at all. Who would have thought that?
Very good.
Yeah, and Jared Goff not performing up to his standard the last couple of years. That has their window closed, Ron. Is that what we got out of last night? That even with the win, they're still alive in the postseason. But this is a team that really you feel like they are fighting.
They are missing their opportunity. It reminds me of the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo is the Detroit of the AFC.
Right.
Because they're squandering it. You can't just miss these opportunities. And they've had a very big opportunity this year to say, you know what? This league right now is very even across the board. We're going to take advantage of it because we are the better team, and neither of those teams are doing it. And Detroit certainly hasn't.
Detroit, though, still has a shot to win the division.
I know
which benefits them, right? Because the Packers have been kind of inconsistent. Right now, the Bears lead that division, and I don't know how many of us really, truly believe the Bears are the best team in that division. But again, you play the games to see, and then that last game in Chicago for Detroit could determine if Detroit gets in the postseason. And again, they don't play well on the road, especially outdoors in Chicago. You could only expect that game to either be, a miserable snow game. I think they go 2-2 with the remaining.
That's probably where they're at.
Yeah.
And then you're looking at a 9 and what? A 9 and no, they're already
10.
What are they? 7-5 right now?
8-5, I believe. Hold on.
8-5. Okay. So they'd be 10-7. That makes sense. Yes.
Yeah.
10-7. And if that's the case, that might not get in.
Yeah, 8 and
because
5.
you have 3 teams in the AFC with 9 wins, and you also have right now the Bears and the Packers
ahead of them. And I didn't even realize this. They're 1 and 3 in their division. So even with a
Right,
win,
they don't get the tiebreaker.
they don't get the tiebreakers. And that Rams game now is going to be more critical than ever before. Because listen, the Rams last week gave one. I told you last week. I said that is going to be a game that the Rams should easily win, and the Panthers would come out and play. That's why it was a game of interest for me. And guess what? The Panthers did that as well. So all these teams, like this year, has been by far one of the hardest years to figure out.
I had the Cincinnati Baltimore game, so
I don't know. I think the Cowboys, we can pretty much. Manny said it. Probably buried. It's going to be extremely difficult for them to jump. Detroit, I think, has to win 3 of the last 4 and then really hope that they get the division.
Yeah, they have to. I think they have to.
Because right now, I think they are out. If we looked at it, I think they're an 8th spot in the. Yeah, they'd be out right now if it ended today. San Francisco. Listen.
When you look at the list of teams that are out, you know, I mean, you're looking at Kansas City. I mean, these are teams that you thought that were going to be there in the end. And
Kansas City in 10th right now in the AFC.
Yeah,
it's yikes. Yeah, this is a weird year, man. We'll have to see again. Is there hope in Dallas though with what we saw from them?
I mean, there's hope because Philadelphia hasn't exactly been spectacular either. And they can still technically catch them.
Yeah, what are they? 2 games out? Yeah.
Yeah. 4 games to go, 2 games back. It's still open. It's still open.
Yeah, no, great point. Great point.
You know? And if Dallas, it's like, this is why probably Danny isn't here right now because, you know,
can't talk.
He's having a difficult time accepting the fact that the Dallas Cowboys lost last night.
Probably.
So,
I wouldn't doubt it.
I totally expect him not to be anywhere in sight today.
I don't know. Philly is the backside of a person. But the Cowboys aren't making it. Listen, the Cowboys won the division. Manny very well could be. I mean, again, if they win 3 or 4 and Philly loses 3 or 4, that puts Dallas as the NFC East.
I highly doubt a repeat is going to happen.
You don't think Philly figures it out, though, at some point?
No, I don't this year.
He might have gone on his greatest kicker.
And frankly, I don't care.
There's a kicker that came from New England, Manny, that I still think might be the greatest kicker of all time. Just saying. We got to get there first.
Wait, Aubrey? Aubrey is the GOAT?
Manny's a little confused right now. He's a little confused.
As far as kickers?
Yeah, there's some guy named Vinatieri. I don't know. He was pretty good.
What has Aubrey done? What has he done?
I don't know.
What is he having one good year in his career? Woohoo! He's the GOAT.
Let us continue with this NFL talk, Ron. I
understand that.
Ron, this is a big decision. Both of these gentlemen are.
In order to be a GOAT, Eric,
yes,
you actually have to kick a field goal in postseason.
Yeah, that helps. That does help. That's probably a small piece of it.
Small detail.
Yeah. All right, let's continue talking some NFL. Both of these gentlemen now finalists for the NFL Hall of Fame. But who deserves to get in more? Bill Belichick or Robert Kraft? Who should be in the Hall of Fame no matter what?
Well, Bill is over this, you know.
Hey, come on now.
The money.
That's what he's doing? The money?
I think that's what he's doing.
Pay me, I'll pay you. Who's he paying?
Look.
Jordan?
I'm giving Kraft some credit for saving the New England Patriots. But Belichick definitely deserves it more. I'm sorry. He's actually coaching the games. He did. He was the brains of the operation early on,
So,
especially.
so 32 years Robert Kraft has owned the team. Team's 335 and 178. They've won without Belichick.
Wait, what did they win without Belichick?
They won games without Jake. Thanks for joining. 33 and 16 and 22 of those 32 years the team made the postseason.
Okay, so
In the 6
let's
championships.
look at it this way.
Doing great, Jake.
Let's look at it this way. Those years that Belichick wasn't there, how many winning seasons did they have?
They had a ton of winning seasons.
No.
They won all 3 years. Well, 2 of the 3 Pete Carroll years, 2 of the 4 Belichick Parcells years, and they're winning again now.
Okay, so they've had 5, is what you're saying.
Yeah. But I will say this. This is what listen, Belichick's resume phenomenal, right? 29 years NFL coach, 302, 165, 31-13, 6 Super Bowl titles, 3 AP Coach of the Year.
Are you trying to argue that Kraft deserves the Hall of Fame more?
I do, for this reason.
Oh my God.
I think that the Spygate scandal hurts Belichick more because he knew what he was doing was illegal.
Yeah, and Kraft probably knew about it too.
I'm just saying, Kraft's name was never mentioned in it.
Oh, come on. Yeah,
You've got to
tell me that an owner who is drunk up in his booth is going to deserve the Hall of Fame more than the guy that got you all of your championships.
You may not have had NFL seasons if it wasn't for Robert Kraft in 2011 settling. So this is what I'm saying. He has single-handedly
turned more. I'm sorry.
He turned an organization that was absolute garbage forever.
Yes.
Forever.
Yes.
Into a legitimate team that now is one of the richest teams in the NFL.
Yeah, he did that, right?
He did. Absolutely.
It had nothing to do with Belichick coming in and making him winning.
That wasn't because of Belichick, though. That was because of Brady. And that's another argument that people are going to say.
Yes, and that is a big-time argument there.
How many? Okay, so you're going to say this. Okay, time out. Ready? How many winning seasons has Belichick had without Brady? So the same argument can be made for Belichick as for Kraft with Belichick.
Yeah.
Right? So if you look at it, I think Kraft has been more successful without Belichick than Belichick has been without Brady.
No.
Parcells got him to the Super Bowl. Who owned the team? Robert Kraft.
Oh my God, Eric, you can't say that Kraft is responsible for their winning. It has
pays
nothing
for the players.
To do with
he pays for the coaches. He pays
I don't care.
for the facilities.
Look, he did some wheeling and dealing and basically kind of probably broke the rules on getting Belichick here. Right? So he's not without some faults too. And frankly, I think it's appalling that you're this quick to yank the carpet out from under Bill Belichick than anybody.
Bill Belichick's career is summed up this way. There was a lot of shady things that he did that I feel is ultimately, people have not forgotten those things, Ron. They don't let it go. They feel like that's what gave him an edge as a coach. And I don't know if he's going to be able to get that piece of his career and just have people forget what he did.
Yeah, but you can't forget what he did by bringing champions back. Look, I don't care. Like, you could think whatever you want to think, Eric, and it's still, you're still diluting, what Bill Belichick meant to this team.
Manny, put Manny's comment up.
Yes, and I plan on it because I actually think that the Patriots would have won the Super Bowl that year with Bledsoe because he was having a great year. That was a great team. And I think they would have won with him. Now, would they have won all the others? No.
So would Bill Belichick even be a New England Patriot coach if Drew Bledsoe was that quarterback and Tom Brady never existed?
Would he? What?
Would he be?
Would
he be their coach though? You think he would have lasted that long? With Drew
because
Bledsoe?
Nobody lasts that long.
Brady.
It was just one of those times that everything has to click right. And for 15 of those years, everything did click right. And then towards the end, things got a little
bad. Not a little, very bad.
Very bad. Yes, I know. When the decision was to let Tom walk was not a good decision. I think he should have kept him at least another year or two, and let him finish his career.
If there was one mistake Robert Kraft made with the New England Patriots, it was choosing Bill Belichick over Tom Brady. Tom Brady won a Super Bowl with
and I give Tom Brady more credit than anybody in the franchise. I give him more credit because and we had talked about this, just the amount of times where Brady changed the play at the line and it works. Brady was brilliant. Brady is brilliant. But you can't deny those games in the Super Bowl, outside of the Atlanta Falcon one.
All right. You ready, Ron? All right. Add these numbers. 5, 7, 10, 8, and 4. What's that? 22,
34.
29, 34. Okay. So then you go 11, 9.
What are you trying to do?
7, 9, and 13. So that's 20, 31, 40, 49.
Let us all in on it.
That was Bill Belichick's record, 34 and 49 without Tom Brady.
Okay.
He wouldn't have been an NFL head coach.
Oh, come on. Yeah,
he lost in Cleveland. He lost without Brady.
I'm done with the conversation because, this is
the best sports podcast on the planet.
Trashing because you want to trash them. And that's fine. You can trash whoever you want to do.
I don't want to trash him. But I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to get in.
You giving Kraft the credit for all these Super Bowls is insane. It's insane to me, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Who pays for the players?
I don't care. Who cheaped out on all those players when Brady?
Belichick.
No, it's both of them.
Now
I don't care what anybody says. They both had their hand in the pocket. Kraft had his hand in one pocket. Belichick had his hand in the other pocket. And Brady kept giving up money so that way we can bring some players in, and it never happens. Never happens. So don't give me that Kraft deserves all this credit that he somehow makes this team win Super Bowls.
So now it's both. Now it's both made the decisions. And then it used to be Belichick made the decisions, but Belichick was never wrong because all the decisions he made were.
I'm saying, for probably the first 15 years, it was good. Wow. First 15 years.
Belichick is like Brian Babel. Yeah,
look, Belichick.
When they were playing, they were
outcoached so many coaches in the playoffs, especially. Outcoached them. When you're winning by a field goal in Super Bowls, that's coaching. That has nothing to do with the man sitting in the booth drunk half the time. Today we're all Patriots. Yeah, he's the reason why they won those Super Bowls, right? That guy.
He builds the organization.
Ashamed of yourself. Yes, I could have $1 billion and say, okay, I'm going to hire all these people, so I am the reason why they win, right? Get out of here. You're out of your freaking mind.
Okay.
Out of your mind.
All right.
How many times do we blame a coach because they can't get it done in Dallas, right? How many times?
Why?
Jerry Jones has all the money in the world, right? But he's he's not capable of
Greatest
winning
coach of all time,
right?
Bill Belichick, correct?
Belichick is the guy that
Why
got
could
him
he not get another job in the NFL? Because nobody
with
wanted to
Brady as
deal
a
with him.
quarterback. You know, Brady was obviously the most important part of it. Most important. But you can't deny that Belichick wasn't, you know, the second most important person in the Patriots organization winning those Super Bowls. I'm sorry, you just can't do it. And for anybody that does do it is just a hater because of what Belichick turned out to be at the end.
Okay.
But it was okay when we were winning those Super Bowls. Everybody loves him, right? I remember you even giving Belichick more credit than Brady.
I did at one point.
Right, exactly. And
then
now he's not even as good as Robert Kraft.
And then I heard one of his former players say that they don't feel that he deserves to get in based on the on the Spygate, because he felt like their talent was good enough that they didn't need an additional way to win games.
If they don't let Bill Belichick in because of that, then they can't let Kraft in because of it.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Let's move on to games of interest for week 14.
I have no interest now.
4 games left of the season. What are you looking for this week?
I don't really have to worry about anything. My team is
on a bye.
On a bye. And you know, the Kraft-led Patriots. So it's all him this time, right? It's all him.
He made the decision to bring Vrabel. No.
And aren't you the guy that said, "Oh,
Josh McDaniels?
I don't want Vrabel"?
Who pays for him? Who pays for Josh McDaniels? Just saying.
I don't care if anybody can pay for anything, right?
They can.
Doesn't make them the reason why they win.
Okay. He didn't build a solid organization that most teams model after. He didn't do any of that. He had nothing to do with it. Bears Packers to find out who's really a fraud. It's a great point, Manny. Right, that game's extremely interesting because we keep thinking the Packers are this great team and they show glimpses, but they haven't been consistent. The Bears, I still think none of us believe the Bears are where they are. I don't think there's a single person that sits back and goes, Bears are the best team in the NFC. You'd still put the Eagles, who struggle, over them. You'd still put the Rams over them. You'd still put, you know what I mean? Even
everybody that's in the postseason, I put ahead of the Bears.
Right? Like that. So it's like
everyone.
But if the Bears win this game and beat the Packers, do we not then think they are legitimate, or do we say the Packers aren't legitimate? Like, how does that work? You know what I mean? Like, that's an interesting, odd game because there's not a...
I'm just enjoying all of this because while, you know, every team is getting criticized, you know, it's just better for us.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
You know, so we have all these teams in turmoil. It's like, oh, what's wrong with this team? Oh, what's wrong with that team? Well, it's very simple. They're all going to lose.
Yeah. Yeah. Jacksonville Colts game.
Garbage. I'm sorry.
Colts at Jags, though. This is... Listen, I think they've said 5 teams in NFL history that have started 7-1 have missed the playoffs. Right now, the Colts, that may happen. Again, they may be the 6th. They went from like this to like, holy cow. It's like the boat's taking on water run.
I would not be surprised if that game ends in a tie.
Ugh. NFL needs to get rid of ties. Such a waste. Such a waste.
I think they should just play a whole nother quarter no matter what.
Right? Until somebody scores.
No, not until somebody scores. Just play another quarter.
And then see where it ends.
Yeah.
What about this Pittsburgh Steelers Ravens game?
Yeah, this is it. This is it for the Steelers, right? They're going into Baltimore. Now, Baltimore has not done a very good job at home or away, but I have more confidence in Baltimore winning this game than anything, especially after the Cincinnati debacle.
Yeah, like talk about, you get a dartboard and you just throw it at it and you see which team. Like, you don't know who's like the Ravens. We kept thinking, okay, they finally figured it out. Lamar's still not where he needs to be. They lose to the Bengals.
You know what's going to happen, Eric? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen.
Steelers ain't it.
Let's look at week 17. No, 18. Sorry, week 18. See who wins in week 18, because I'm guessing all of these teams are not going to be able to sit their players because they're all still battling for a spot. See who wins, and then that could carry them through the playoffs.
Week 18 right now. Let's see.
And I'm talking the whole league.
No, I got
all the
you.
playoff teams, whoever wins in that week is going to go on and have some success in the playoffs.
Guess who plays? Baltimore at Pittsburgh. That's week 18.
And that's going to decide
who gets in.
That's going to decide it all for that.
Yeah. Detroit at Chicago will probably be the deciding game. Chargers at Broncos week 18. They're both going to be playing to Seattle at San Francisco, Carolina at Tampa Bay. Like, these are all going to be for Indianapolis at Houston.
Oh
wow.
My gosh.
It's just going to be like, holy games of interest that week. Everyone.
Because they're all going to
like
matter. Like, nothing's going to be decided until that week.
Jets. No, I'm wearing it. Celtics, my friend. Celtics. Nice try, though. Nice try, Shady. Thanks for joining.
It's going to be one of those seasons.
You had also Texans at Chiefs. Who needs that game more?
Chiefs. Oh, my God. Chiefs are desperate right now. If they have to win out.
Yeah, they got to. Yeah, but listen, Houston loses this game. They may not have a shot either, because Jacksonville and Indy are still going to be ahead of them.
Yeah, but one will only be like a game ahead, and the other will be 2 games ahead.
Yeah.
And with 3 to play after that, I still think they're in.
I'm pretty sure they're out now, even if they don't. I think if they win, there's a lot of jumping they'd have to do. But again, you can't count the Chiefs out till they're out. So I don't know, man. If they lose, I think it gets extremely difficult.
Could you imagine that if Buffalo, Chiefs, and Ravens are all out?
It'd be insane. It's going to be crazy. Unbelievable. There's one more game that I had, Ron. Game of interest for this week. Eagles at Chargers.
Yes, I have that too. I just couldn't fit it.
Yeah, right? And again, which Eagles team shows up? You got an injury, big injury there in Los Angeles with Herbert. So, again, this could be.
This is the time of year that the Chargers fade, right?
They struggle to get it done, or they'll barely get in. And this is the team that needs to win to keep the Chiefs from getting in my opinion.
Yeah.
You all think the Ravens would be at the same place if Lamar never got hurt? No, I think if Lamar was fully healthy, I think they would have easily taken that division.
I'm not so sure, because he hasn't exactly done well.
He's hurt.
He has like 1 touchdown pass or something like that.
He's still not right. He's not running. Yeah, he's not running. He doesn't throw well anyway. But yeah, I don't know. If he wasn't hurt, I think it's a different story. But that's almost a guarantee. Lamar gets hurt every year. It's almost a guarantee. So
yeah.
Did you have any other games, Ron, before we move on?
Nope. That was it.
It's going to be a good week, man. A good week, solid week. A lot of good teams.
Yes.
Playing for a lot of positions. So tune in this Sunday and Monday, because holy cow.
Let's go, Texans.
Let's go.
Let's go, Texans.
With that, Ron, we're going to move on to our starting
and
5.
Ravens. I want the Ravens to win because I cannot stand that quarterback over there.
Let's move on to our starting five. Starting five for our friends out there in Dallas, Georgia. Big game this weekend. Alabama, Georgia is always one of those games. So we said, let's take the top five, our starting five NFL drafted Georgia Bulldogs. I am first this week, so I will give you our honorable mentions. First and foremost, Charlie Trippy played back in the day now, Ron, quarterback, and running back. Like these guys did all, they played three positions, man. It was insane. Terrell Davis on my honorable mention. And might not have been the greatest NFL player ever, but I gave him Mo Lewis for helping the New England Patriots become the dynasty that they were by knocking Drew Bledsoe out. So Mo Lewis made it for me for that simple reason. Thank you, Mo Lewis, for knocking Drew Bledsoe out, and the rest is history. So those were my honorable mentions.
Yeah, that's horrible. You just were happy that a player got injured.
I'm happy that Tom Brady got to step on the field and became the GOAT. It wouldn't have happened without Mo Lewis, my friend.
All right, so an extreme honorable mention, Todd Gurley.
He too short of a career.
Yeah, but what he did though is actually pretty good. He had 6,000 plus yards, 67 touchdowns, which was better than all the other running backs.
Yeah.
3 Pro Bowls and 2 All-Pro. I think he deserves to be there. And I gave the Gurley man.
Hey, I see what you're doing.
Hans and Franz are giving the Gurley man
some
credit.
All right.
I also gave Garrison Hurst some credit too.
Wow.
Honorable mention, Garrison Hurst.
Okay.
Who would have thunk it? But the man had 7,966 yards on 1,800 plus carries. Average 4.4 yards. He only had 30 touchdowns, but 2 Pro Bowls. And I just wanted to give him a little, hey, you did all right.
All right. Okay.
Not bad.
Garrison Hurst, not bad. Okay.
I have Matthew Stafford as an honorable mention. I don't like his record. He's +1 in the win department. But everything else is just spectacular. 63.5 passing percentage, 62,000 plus yards. And next game, he'll be at 63,000. 7.3 yards per attempt, 409 touchdowns, 192 interceptions. That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that. He's also got a Super Bowl and 2 Pro Bowls. So
right.
I put him as an honorable mention. And then my final honorable mention, my number 6, Mo Lewis, baby.
There it is, baby. There it is. You knew it. I knew it. Mo Lewis has to get in there as an honorable mention. Single-handedly.
I mean, he has some good stats, but
he does. But he created the New England Patriots dynasty. Thank you, Mo Lewis. You get in. All right. Stafford was good. He just wasted so much of his talent.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
No, agreed. If he was on a different team. All right. So that brings us to our starting 5 run. And at number 5 for me, championships mattered a lot for me on this list.
Yes.
So this gentleman was probably one of the best defensive backs in the history of the game, but I had to put him at number 5 because he didn't win a championship. Champ Bailey, who went to Georgia from 96 to 98, 12 Pro Bowls, 3 All-Pros, 52 interceptions in his career. Phenomenal shutdown cornerback. No championships. I left him at number 5 because of that.
I get
Champ
it.
Bailey.
I get it. I felt the same way about my number 5. It is Fran Tarkenton. The guy's got 9 Pro Bowls, And his numbers outside of the yards, different
Yeah.
era. We already know that, but he had 124 wins and 109 losses and a whole bunch of ties. I don't know what the heck they were doing over there,
Back in the
but
day. I mean,
so he had a better record than Matthew Stafford. If it was Oppo, then they would have swapped places. But the 9 Pro Bowls and 1 All-Pro, he had, kind of like 4 MVPs
yeah,
for the
they did
same
it.
year,
Yeah, yeah,
right? It was all in the same year, but he cleaned house with the MVPs with all these PFWAs
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
AP and
yeah,
whatever else there was.
yeah.
But I put him at number 5. He didn't win a Super Bowl though, and that kind of
Okay.
irritated me. But
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Because at number 4 for me, Fran Tarkenton.
yeah,
Went to Georgia from 58 to 60. 9 Pro Bowls. You talked about the MVP. He was probably the original first running back, quarterback. So I gave him a little bit of a nod there because he was before his time
yes,
and
absolutely,
what he was able to do
absolutely.
on the football field. So he was number 4 for me.
Yeah. My number 4, we did a complete swap. I have Champ Bailey. So, I mean, you said his numbers. I mean, this guy was phenomenal. When you look at those, it's like the first thing that's the sacks, only 3 sacks, right? Yeah. Yeah. But what you don't see is that he had 832 solo tackles to go along with the 9 forced fumbles, the 6 fumble recoveries, the 52 interceptions. And of course, he did score 4 touchdowns on the defensive side of the ball.
He did.
12 Pro Bowls and 3 All-Pro. And I know he didn't win a Super Bowl, but those numbers don't lie. He was fantastic.
He was one of the best to do it. So interesting. At number 3 for me, probably the best defensive back that came out of Georgia, Jake Scott, who went to Miami Dolphins, cornerback. He went to Georgia from 66 to 68. 5 Pro Bowls run, 2 All-Pros, 2 championships. But not only that, how many defensive backs do you know are Super Bowl MVPs? This man did it. And he also had 49 interceptions for his career. So not too far off from Champ Bailey. So I went Jake Scott at number 3 from Georgia.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the numbers are there, right? And he has the championships. I went with Hines Ward at number 3 for me. And I mean, he had great and he was he wasn't a
flashy,
diva.
right?
He
wasn't
flashy.
flashy.
A diva.
Agreed.
Just went out there, did his job. Kind of reminds me of some of those Patriots that like a Troy,
Troy Brown, yeah.
Yup, and those kind of players like a Kevin Falk. They go out, they do their job, they do it great, and they don't get the recognition like they should. This guy had 1,000 receptions, 12,000 plus yards, 85 touchdowns, 4 Pro Bowls, a Super Bowl MVP, and 2 Super Bowls to his credit. I don't know how this guy doesn't get more credit than what he's getting.
Yeah. Manny, if you got a better Georgia Bulldog drafted player that came out of the NFC East, let us know who it is. Because at number 2 for me, Ron, Hines Ward. For all those things you said, went to Georgia from 94 to 97. 1,000 receptions for his career. So, again, phenomenal. Super Bowl MVP. Again, and a 2-time champion.
2 Pittsburgh Steelers,
you can kind of
in recent times.
Yeah.
Not counting, the Terry Bradshaw and all them.
Yeah.
After that, from then on, I mean, he might be my favorite.
Yeah, no, Hines Ward, great players. Who was number 2 for you?
Number 2 for me, and I was a little surprised.
We had Champ Bailey.
I have Terrell Davis. And we've had this conversation before, and I realized the years that Elway won the Super Bowl.
He was the main factor. Terrell Davis
was the main factor. Like
100%.
He did not stay around long. He only played 78 games. And in that 78 games, though, he had 7,600 yards, 4.6 per carry. I mean, you just give it to him twice, you pretty much
Yeah.
got a first down. I mean, really. And 60 touchdowns in all that time. When you compare, and this is why Herschel Walker didn't make my list, because he played less than half the games that Herschel Walker played. He had one less touchdown.
Crazy. It's a great
If
stat.
you double
Great
that,
stat, Ron.
it's incredible. And I looked at those two numbers, the 4.6 and the 60 touchdowns. He would have blown Herschel Walker's numbers out of the water. It would not have even been close. I mean, he was almost there as it was. But he also had 3 Pro Bowls, 3 All-Pro. He won the MVP in 1998. He was a Super Bowl MVP. And, of course, 2 Super Bowl championships. And he's probably 55% of the reason why they won.
Yeah, I agree. That brings us to number 1. Homer time here. I went Richard Seymour.
No, of course, come on. To me, it wasn't close.
7-time Pro Bowl, 3-time All-Pro. Guess what? 3-time champion, most on this list.
Yep.
57.5 sacks for a position that really he wasn't known for the sacks. Just dominated. So I went Richard Seymour, number 1.
Yeah, it wasn't close to me. I look at this and I'm like, okay, all of these guys that I have stars on, and there's a bunch of them, right? I have Marcus Stroud with a star on it because I'm remembering how he played, and all of these guys' numbers just didn't match up.
Yeah.
It just doesn't match up. 3 Super Bowls. Who else had 3 Super Bowls on this list? No one.
Nobody.
You know, and 7-time Pro Bowl. The only one with more Pro Bowls was Tarkenton and Champ Bailey.
Yeah.
And this is a lineman. Now, we forget. Now, it wasn't sexy to be a lineman until like the mid 2000s. Like, really? It's like, oh, yeah, by the way, we got to now address the defensive line when this guy was already doing what, was asked of those guys, and he did it so well. They had to have 2 people cover him on the line to block him, and that's the only reason why he only had 57.5 sacks, because they had to use 2 players to stop him.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. A Robert Kraft approved draft pick, by the way. So I just wanted to. He put Terrell Davis ahead of. He put Champ Bailey, Seymour, Tarkenton, and Herschel Walker. He put Herschel Walker in, but that might be his NFC East love there that he says we didn't.
Yeah, no, I can see. Want to put Terrell Davis there, and it's too bad that we didn't. Man, he would have been one of the all-time greats.
I think that trade hurt him. When he went to Minnesota, I think everybody lost whatever they felt for him.
I think he wanted to hang it up when he went there, because that's why he didn't stick around.
Yeah.
It wasn't health. It was more broken heart, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he wanted to wear that star, and I think once that move happened, I think it just changed.
Yeah.
All right, that was a good list. Nice job.
It was a good list.
Nice
It took forever to do it, but it was a good list.
It was a good list. All right, let's talk some NBA, man. This story is getting more and more interesting. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he will miss 2 to 4 weeks with a
Big surprise
calf strain. Should he and the Milwaukee Bucks decide to part ways? Are we at that point?
Milwaukee Bucks should have done this during the offseason. Because now look at it. Now he's hurt, and what are you gonna what are you going to get back for him?
I'm glad you asked that because we're going to have some fun with that in a few minutes, Ron. But I did want to mention one thing before we move on. They are currently 10th in the East.
Yeah, they suck.
But that would mean they're in the postseason, at least the play-in.
Yeah, sure.
Here's the teams ahead of them, behind them: Bulls, Hornets, Nets, Pacers, and Wizards. There's a good shot that they're going to make the postseason regardless, because those other teams aren't very good.
No.
So if I'm the Bucks, do I keep him because
Bulls,
of that?
though, starting out 6-0 and
done.
They're like
quick.
3-90 since
3-90. Only team that's 3-90. But let me ask you this: if you know you could still make the postseason based on that, and you're the Bucks, do you make the move anyway?
Yeah, I do.
All right. So with that, Ron, obviously slew of draft picks. I'm not going to talk about what draft picks where because I would it'd just be silly. Here's some of the potential teams that these are the players that he could get traded for. You either yay, nay, and then we'll see if we come up with the team that Giannis Antetokounmpo
we talked about
will
this
go
last
to.
night, so it's going to be interesting.
Right.
You see your take on it now.
All right. So you ready? These are the teams rumored. Atlanta Hawks for Trae Young, obviously, again, slew of draft picks. But Trae Young is the main piece in that.
If I'm if I'm Milwaukee, I do it. If I'm Atlanta, I don't.
Okay. That makes sense. All right. Houston.
Now you just have Giannis and KP
Nothing else. Yeah.
on the same team, and they're both missing games all the time.
Yeah.
So no.
Okay. All right. What about the Houston Rockets for Alperen Sengun and Fred VanVleet?
No. Wait, VanVleet is not there.
Fred VanVleet?
Didn't he
was
leave
there.
Houston?
No, I thought he was still there. I think he's hurt.
I think we need to check because
all right,
I mean I wouldn't do it either. I wouldn't do that either if I'm Houston.
Okay.
Sengun is too good. He's too good. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't trade it for the walking.
No, he's still there. He's out.
Okay. Like if you want.
So is Sengun though. So Sengun's out too. I mean, so you're just getting a player for a player that's not going to play. But okay. Sengun is very good.
I give.
But he's not Giannis.
I give VanVleet with some draft picks, but not both of those guys.
Okay.
I don't give Sengun.
All right. Does he land in New York for Karl Anthony Towns?
I would do that if I'm Milwaukee. I would also do it if I'm New York too. I would do it.
That brings you.
I think that's a good one. As long as his draft picks coming back with Karl Anthony Towns.
This one to me is the most interesting because if this happens, I think you might as well just give him the trophy now.
No, LA is not getting him.
San Antonio Spurs for Stefan Castle.
Oh God, I'd do that in a heartbeat.
Spurs, right? Like if you can make that move.
Yeah, and then sign Chris Paul.
And then you got Wemby. Well, they had Paul. They got rid of Paul.
But Paul just got released.
Yeah, so bring him back.
So you bring him back and you'd make that trade.
Right? All right.
I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Here's another interesting one, and only because of the player. Golden State Warriors, Draymond Green.
I was thinking Golden State, but I wasn't thinking Draymond.
Yeah, they're saying Draymond could be involved in that deal.
I mean, I would do it.
Right, makes a lot of sense for Golden State.
I would do it, but I think they could actually work out a trade that doesn't involve him.
Okay.
What's the kid that just got not Kuminga? Was it Kuminga?
Kuminga's involved in it too, though. It'd be Draymond.
Yeah,
Kuminga.
I would say Kuminga and Horford.
Yeah, they're not getting Horford. Why would anybody want Horford?
I'm just saying, Kuminga and Horford. I mean, Horford. Yeah, Kuminga and Horford and draft picks for him. Yeah, I think they might do that.
And you got to remember, NBA, you got to do money for money.
Yeah, I know that.
So he's probably not going to. Draymond's going to have to be involved in that. Yeah. Because of the money. All right. So in 17 games, right now,
I
Giannis,
do think I think he does go to Golden State though.
28.9 points, 10.1 rebounds, 6.1 assists. If I'm Giannis, I want to go to San Antonio because that makes me less of the focal, right? Because we all think Wemby, if the kid can stay healthy, Wembyamba would be my number one.
Imagine those two.
But that's what I'm saying. So now there's less pressure. If he goes to New York,
it's all
pressure's elevated, right? Because now
all on him,
right? Everything.
But it's still, I still see success there with him.
Rockets, at least you could say KD, but they're going to say Giannis is younger, right? Giannis more dominating still at this point in his career that it would fall back on Giannis. The only teams, that's what I'm saying, is the Spurs would make the most sense. Because even with Golden State, then it's that last chance. Can you do what Durant did?
See that he's going to end up in LA.
No, not at all. Not at all. I don't think LA is really. I think they're going to keep what they have. And again, who do you trade? There's nobody really. You can't trade Luka. You're not trading LeBron.
Butler.
Yeah, but for Giannis?
Butler and somebody with a draft pick.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I think, honestly, he ends up going to New York because of the name, and I think it's a mistake. That's going to be my opinion.
See, I still think he's going to end up in Golden State.
All right. Let's talk some Major League.
Curry and Giannis on the same team?
I mean, right.
It's ridiculous.
Neither one of them stays healthy now. Let's talk some Major League Baseball, Ron. Red Sox making some moves. They got Sonny Gray. You wanted to talk about some other trades, but I wanted to talk first. Is Sonny Gray a good fit for the Boston Red Sox?
Well, they like these reclamation projects. I mean, this all fits their wheelhouse, right? What do the Red Sox do? They don't go out and get the guy. They go out and get pretenders. Sonny Gray is a pretender. I don't see what the big fuss of what Sonny Gray is, especially past his prime.
Yep, I agree. Listen, first off,
this is a joke.
I didn't like his comments about the Yankees. Like, it's easy to hate the Yankees. He hated being in New York when he was here. Listen, you're not very good against the AL East.
He's just trying to play up to the Boston fans.
I get it, but his record, AL East, Ron, 20-26 in his career.
Right.
4.23 ERA. Again, if you look at, he's an innings eater. He'll pitch. He pitches, you know what I mean? And he stays healthy for the most part. But if I'm the Boston Red Sox, am I trying to win a World Series?
They're not.
Right? Because you get a pitcher who's 1-3 all time in the postseason. He hasn't proven that he can win in the postseason when it matters the most. He hasn't proven that he can win in the division that you're in.
He was cheap.
With the reigning American League champions, right? And the Toronto Blue Jays, who we know can hit. So, to me, this move, it puts him right now as the number 2 starter.
It's awful. Look, this is what the Red Sox do best. It is a complete smokescreen yet again. And I said this last year. Smokescreen. And I'm saying it again because they're doing the same things over and over again. They are looking for a guy that they're going to save money on instead of just going out and making the deal for the right guy, the one that's going to put them over the top. Because who did you have in the playoffs last year? Just one guy, Crochet. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. And you won your one game. Great. Now, instead of the guys that you had last year doing it, now it's just going to be Sonny Gray.
Yeah.
How does this change anything? It doesn't change a damn thing. Because when they go out and they sign these guys for 1 year or make a trade for a guy, you know, it is just in hopes that he, oh my God, catches lightning in a bottle. He wins 15, 16 games in the season. No, it's not happening. And it hasn't happened. They strike gold maybe once in a while, maybe 5% of the times they strike gold.
So, you know that Spider-Man meme where they're pointing at each other, they're all pointing at each other and they're going, hey, and it's all the same. And it's like it blew my mind is because obviously we're in the New England market and you get the radio stations and you start to listen to these guys and they're like, oh, this is a great pickup, right? And I'm like, look at his numbers and they're okay, but they're nothing to Walker Bueller. Who was the other pitcher that you had that was out all the time? Right? Like this is
they're all always out.
It's the same. It's the Spider-Man meme.
Bring in MASH units.
They're pointing at the same guy. They're pointing at the same guy. He can't win in the postseason. And then he wants to talk trash about the Yankees. And I'm saying to myself, listen, at the end of the day, this is a point right now in your career. You probably want to just keep quiet and see how you do because the Yankees still have one of the best bats in the league in Aaron Judge, who can definitely ruin a game for you. I wouldn't want to piss him off. Yeah. And to me, he didn't need to say any of that. Just say you're happy to be in Boston.
But see,
happy to be in Boston.
They just keep doing the same things. Just like this latest trade where they trade their number 3 prospect. Number 3 prospect in the organization. Garcia, right? The outfielder. We have a gluttony of outfielders, right? So why are you not sending these guys out that are big prospects for actual quality players, right? Guys that can win. You want to make a trade with Pittsburgh, make the right trade with Pittsburgh and get Scanes. No, let's get this guy, Johan Oviedo, right? Johan Oviedo. You know what he just did? He was out all of 2024 with Tommy John surgery. Okay. He pitched in 9 games last season. This is what they go and get. They trade the number 3 prospect for a guy that his arm could fall off at any moment. Let's do that. No, not let's say, hey, you know what? Let's swing for the fences and let's get Crochet and Scanes together as a
that would be a solid 1-2 punch. Yeah, Skeens
1-2 punch would be the best in history, probably, right? No, let's not spend all our prospects on that. Hell, I would empty out the farm system to get him and put him in a Red Sox uniform. So you give up that number 3, you give up the number 2, and the number 5, and the number 9, whatever. Hey, take them all. Take all of Worcester, ship them out, whatever it may be. Give us Scanes.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Nope, this is not what they do. It infuriates me, and this is why I don't watch them anymore.
I will say this before we move on. Real quick, good watch, Ron, if you have a chance. HBO Max, Alex versus A-Rod.
Oh, I've been watching it. I watched all
three of them. Oh, it was so good.
Oh my God, what a fantastic series!
Right, they did such a good job.
It's so bad for him, but yet I still don't cave and let him in. I don't cave.
Well, I think some of the things he did, right, we talked about it before, was to prove something to his father and that whole dynamic, which we didn't know about. But it was interesting part of it, too, with the Red Sox when he talked about the deal. And it wasn't him not wanting to go to Boston.
It was actually Major League Baseball.
Yeah, the union said absolutely do not take less money because it was going to be a bad look for all the other players. And think about where players are today, where they get paid to basically sit on a bench.
Yeah.
That union destroyed that sport.
I think he would have been better off, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah, that union destroyed that
probably
sport.
Still would have been a steroid user, though.
Ron, before we move on to our split decisions, can you tell all the wonderful people out there about our good friends down in Providence at 99?
Wouldn't that be up in Providence?
Up for me. It's up for me, down for you.
It's up for you. I mean, and me.
Hey, up for you. Up for you.
Up for me.
990. Go. Hit it.
All right. Tonight's show is brought to you by the all-new 990 WBOB radio page, offering links to your favorite Providence shows, including yours truly, Sports Unfolded, and the Bryant Bulldog Sports Hour.
So send us your emails.
Yeah, but that didn't sound right by me saying it.
Okay. All right. Ron, we're going to have some fun with this split decisions.
Oh, we are.
Our split decision segment. Basically, we give each other two more likely questions, and we have to make a decision. Ron, I am first this week. I really need you to pay attention to this first one because there's a lot to think about here. Okay? Which is more likely to happen? The Patriots remain the number one seed. The Bears remain the number one seed. The Cowboys make the playoffs, or the Chiefs miss the playoffs. Which is more likely to happen?
Wait, are you saying the number one seed in the
AFC, yes.
Chiefs missed the playoffs.
So you think the Patriots, the Bears, and the Cowboys make the playoffs, and the two teams are the number one seed? Those are more likely.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't think Kansas City is making the playoffs this year.
At all. Okay.
At all.
So you're that confident.
I'm that confident it's going to be this week that knocks them out.
Okay. All right. I thought that would be a little more difficult because I really
No, I don't think it's difficult at all because I know who they're going up against, and I don't think their offense can handle.
Because I think we just talked about the Cowboys not making the playoffs. I think that's much more likely. The Cowboys making the playoffs? Okay. I don't see it, but all right.
It's possible.
The Chiefs are still alive. I think the Cowboys are pretty much dead.
Cowboys are still alive.
Yeah. All right. Your first split decision.
All right. Which quarterback is more likely to win MVP? Is it Bo Nix, Drake May, or Matthew Stafford?
All right. Bo Nix numbers, most people assume the defense is the reason why Denver's winning. So I think that takes him out because he's not the reason they're winning. He's played good football, but not the reason. Which leaves Stafford in May. Realistically, what May is doing is MVP worthy. I'm going to say it, even though I don't want to. It's Drake May. Drake May is more likely to become the MVP of the National Football League if he continues to know what he's doing. Because the way he's winning games, think about this. He's not had a 300-yard passing game, right? He's got the highest completion percentage in the league. His team has the best record in the league.
Eric, in history.
Yeah, right? So to me, it makes the most sense that it would be Drake May. I think Stafford really has to show these last few weeks that he can, again, not lose to a team like the Panthers. And I'm not trying to, downplay the Panthers and where they're at, but they're not a top team.
Hey, we lost to the Raiders.
We did very early in the season. But I think what you look at, the numbers, the body of work, Drake May's done.
Totally get it.
I would go Drake May. But very good question. Very good question.
You did not want that question.
I don't want to answer that, but
that's why I did it because I wanted.
But I've also talked. But I've also talked to several people right now. If Drake May wasn't playing at an MVP level, they wouldn't be 11-2. Absolutely not.
No.
So realistically, in my mind, he is playing like an MVP level. So it's not like it's kind of like Homer. His numbers prove it. All right, your second split decision, Ron. And these are all very young players, but this is pretty interesting. Which NHL player is more likely to remain in the top 5 in scoring this season? Macklin Celebrini, who has 40 points, Connor Bedard, who has 38, or Leo Carlsson, who has 36. Who's more likely to stay in the top 5 all season in scoring? Oh, let me rephrase that, points.
Good one.
Which, if you would have told me early in the year that all 3 of these players would be in the top 5 right now, I'd be like, you're crazy. They're all, especially Bedard.
Especially considering Bedard has been a bust until this season.
Yeah.
He's finally starting to show something.
And what? Celebrini was last season's number 1 pick.
Yeah.
And he's already leading, you know what I mean, in the top 5.
I'm going to go Leo Carlsson.
Oh, from Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
No, Anaheim.
Anaheim, yes.
Anaheim. Yeah, the Ducks. Okay. Who's
I think
the
the Ducks
furthest?
have a really good team, and now they put a coach there that knows what he's doing.
All right.
And I think they are succeeding because of the combination of the talent in the youth
Okay.
and what their coaching staff has done, which is just brought this talent and harnessed it. They're a contender.
Okay. I believe you. I trust me. I believe you. All right. Your second split decision, Ron.
Because I think, with Connor Bedard, I think it's only a matter of time before somebody else sleeps with his mother. Just saying.
Wow. That's
Remember that story,
yeah.
Corey
Oh,
Perry?
Yeah.
And they shipped Corey Perry off.
Well, why don't you blame his mom? She should have known better.
Right. That's what
It's
I'm
his
saying.
teammate. Like,
It
what are you
wasn't
doing?
Corey Perry's fault. What is he
Yeah.
not going to take the
That's
option?
what I'm saying.
You got to take that option.
Right?
He's thinking of his future.
That's exactly what he was thinking about.
Connor
they still
Bedard
together?
could be his son.
Yeah, are they still together? Yeah, like
I don't know.
one of the family members was a very good NHL player. And Connor Bedard, my son, my stepson. Wait a minute. Weren't you two teammates? Yes, we were. I could see that. Thanksgiving dinner would never be the same.
Oh yeah, that would be fun, right?
Body
That would be
checks
fun.
into the curio cabinet or something.
It's funny. Oh man.
Your second split decision.
All right. I also went in hockey. Like,
Hey.
how are we doing this?
I don't know, buddy. I don't know where our brain is.
All right. Which NHL team is more likely to miss the playoffs?
Okay.
Miss the playoffs.
Listen.
The New York Rangers,
Oof.
the Toronto Maple Leafs,
Oof. No.
or the Florida Panthers?
Panthers are dead last. And I saw that and I was like, wow. And I think it's the Panthers. 12-12, they're 500. So more likely, I mean, at least the Rangers have a winning record. And then what was the third team?
Toronto Maple Leafs.
Who have a winning record. I just think there's too many injuries for Florida. Like, I just think that they're done. They've played a lot of hockey over the past couple of years, and some of these injuries are just devastating.
Is it too late to give them their draft pick back and get Brad Marchand to come home?
Nah, I think it is. I think that it may be. It may be, but hey, wishful thinking. Wishful thinking, my friend.
He could be on the market at the end of the year.
He could be. He might. Imagine that after all that, and he comes back to Boston. That'd be crazy.
That would be funny. Same draft pick.
Right?
Same draft pick.
With that, Ron, let's talk some NHL. Big injury here for the Dallas Stars. Tyler Seguin is out for the season, or most likely out for the season. You know, these hockey players, you never know. They could basically sew an arm back and be back in weeks.
Yeah, they that's what they do.
But are the playoffs still a solid hope for this team with this loss?
They should be very concerned because when you look back at last year's playoffs and the year before, who was their best player on the ice? Probably Tyler Seguin, because nobody else did anything. At least Tyler Seguin was contributing with goals and points and stuff. He played very well last year.
The crazy part about but the crazy part about this run, they're second overall in points. They get 41 points. The only team that's better is Colorado, who's having one loss all season. They're having like an unbelievable.
They might have lost last night.
Oh, did they? Let me check.
They might have lost last night because they were down 5-2 in the third period.
Yeah, they lost
to the Islanders.
Hey, go figure.
There are only two regulation losses: are the Islanders and Boston.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But listen, this team has a wealth of talent. Jason Robertson,
a lot of it.
Mikko Rantanen, Wyatt Johnson. These guys all are over 30 points.
Good. They're really good.
I don't know. And he missed 62 games last season.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
playoffs and played his butt off.
I just think to your point, I think once the postseason starts, that's where they're going to struggle.
It's when the cookie crumbles.
Hey, calm down. Jim Carrey. I like that. Jim Carrey. How are they so good? 18-5-5. You never seen the movie? Bruce Almighty.
Oh.
That was his catchphrase on the thing. So that's how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, but it wasn't him that came up with that.
I'm just saying. It was in the movie. You know what? Don't ruin my moment.
Jim Carrey's terrible.
I don't know if I'd agree with that either.
There was only one movie. There's only just Sonic is where he's good because that's what it calls for. Is
Ace Ventura was phenomenal. The first one?
Ace Ventura was garbage.
Phenomenal.
Terrible movie.
Phenomenal. How dare you? All right, Ron, we're going to move on to our...
The worst ever was Mask. I actually paid for that, and
Mask,
I left.
Mask, I'll give you that.
That was
Bruce Almighty was good.
I never saw another Jim Carrey movie in the theater until Sonic.
Yeah, Bruce Almighty was good, though. I liked Bruce Almighty.
Sure.
Let's move on to our pick and roll.
It's time for pick and roll.
You know, we seem to be very popular on Kick today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a ton of them coming through. All right, Ron, tonight's pick and roll, 1976 of 49 years, episode code 49 years ago. These gentlemen led the NBA in assists, and they were Slick Watts, Tiny Archibald, Calvin Murphy, Norm Van Leer, Rick Barry, and Dave Bing. We're going to rank them from 6 to 1. I am first.
I think you put bling in the email you sent.
I may have.
I was like, bling, I can't find this guy.
Hey, man.
Where the hell is he?
Listen, I'm not perfect. All right, so here is my pick and roll. At number 6, he might have been slick. He might have been, full of watts, but he is dead last on this list. 8.9 points, 3.2 rebounds, 6.1 assists, which it wasn't bad. One-time assist, one-time steal, one-time all defensive.
Doesn't belong.
Yeah, right? Don't we get to that sometimes? At 5 for me, I had Calvin Murphy, 17.9 points, 2.1 rebounds, 4.4 assists, a one-time All-Star, and he was an all-rookie. No other hardware there.
How is he in the Hall of Fame?
17.9 points is pretty good. And you got to think about it back then. That was probably decent. At number 4 for me, even though he scored a lot less, Norm Van Leer, 11.8 points, 4.8 rebounds, 7 assists, but he 3-time All-Star, was an All-NBA one year, 8 All-Defensives run. That was pretty impressive for me, and a one-time assist. So I give him props for it. He had some hardware. At 3, I went David Bing. I don't know why I feel like I got to do that every time, but I will. 20.3 points, 3.8 rebounds, 6 assists, 7-time All-Star, 3 All-NBAs, a scoring title, and was a Rookie of the Year. But these last 2 stood out a lot more. And this, at number 2, Tony Archibald, 18.8.
Who?
Archibald.
No. What was the first name?
Tiny.
Yeah, you said Tony.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Tiny Archibald. That's the same guy that was Dave Bling. It's a whole 18.8 points, 2.3 rebounds, 7.4 assists, most on this list. 6-time All-Star, 5 All-NBAs. That was pretty impressive. 1 scoring title, 1 assist, and he won a championship. But at number 1, this man stood out above them, and he's right there in the middle. Rick Barry, 24.8 points, 6.7 rebounds, 4.9 assists, a 12-time All-Star, 6 All-NBAs, 4 All-ABAs as well. 1-time scoring, 1-time steals. He won a championship and was also a Rookie of the Year. So Rick Barry, number 1 for me.
I heard he was a stand-in for the Three Amigos.
Really? In real life?
Well, look at him. I mean, you would think that.
Hey. You got to turn your head too. And he's doing the duck lips. Like, was that a thing back then? I don't know if that was a thing back then, but looks like it was.
You know who he looks like? He looks like Sergeant Katreya from Chips.
Yes! Now that you say it, yes. Holy cow. Wow. Man.
Dun, 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 dun.
Get him in the briefing room. You can put that uniform right over him right now. He couldn't even tell the difference. That is
Yeah,
amazing.
I know.
That
He
is,
does. He looks just like him.
yeah, that's crazy.
That's what I keep seeing. I just keep seeing it.
That's crazy.
I'm waiting for Punch and John to show up.
Yeah.
See?
That's us.
I love it. All right, so my number 6 is Slicky Light Bulbs.
Hey, Slicky light bulbs.
Yeah, he doesn't even belong on the list, so it is what it is. Number 5, I also have Calvin Murphy, the Hall of Fame one-time All-Star. How do you get the Hall of Fame with only one All-Star?
Maybe because of the ABA. I don't know what his ABA numbers are.
Maybe, I guess. I don't know. All right. Well, he played 1,000 games, so he must have had 17,000 points. Because if he's averaging 17.9,
see, I'll tell you right now, buddy.
so it's going to be
So
it's going to be 18,000. 18,000 points. Because he played 1,002 games.
Yes, he did. Yeah, his total points were. Where are you at? Points. 17,949 points.
So close to 18,000. So close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still not good enough for me. You're not a Hall of Famer until you get to 18,000.
That's your rule. 51 shot. Done. He's out. All right. I like it.
All right. Number 4 was the 8-time all-defensive player Norman Van Leer. So I think that is pretty good. 8 of them, and along with 3 All-Stars and an All-NBA and an assist leader.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, this is supposed to be an assist category, and only 3 of them led the league.
Assist, right? Is that crazy? Yeah.
Number 3, I have Chandler's uncle, Dave. Bing. With his Hall of Fame, along with his 3-time All-NBAs. Not good enough to get All-Stars, though. Best player in your position, never getting All-Stars. And a scoring title, which there was only 3 of them that got in the scoring title. He was 1.
Yes, he was.
And he was number 3.
Yep.
The second was number 2, Tiny Archibald.
Hey.
Tony's brother.
Tony's brother.
His 18.8 points. Now, I remember watching the Celtics when I was young. And, of course I was a Bird fan. Like everybody was a Bird fan. But Tiny Archibald was there, and I never knew how good he really was because I came in after
was at the
fact,
end of that, yeah.
And it's like, I didn't know that he was a 6-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA player, and led the league in scoring in a season. That is unbelievable, and it is stunning to me to this day. Stunning.
He averaged 12.5 points with the Celtics. 4 years. 5
with
years.
Those
with the
players.
Celtics. Yeah.
To get the ball is unbelievable. Yeah. But number 1 was not close. He only had double the amount of All-Stars and 1 more All-NBA, a scoring title, a Finals MVP, a Steals title, and, of course, a championship to go along with Tiny Archibald, the only 2 on the list with championships. But the 24.8 points per game is insane.
Yeah.
And Rick Barry was number 1.
All right.
I think it was the same list.
Very good. It was very good. Very good.
Damn, if I would have realized that, I wouldn't have gone through stats.
Very good. That was fun. 1976, man. All right, Ron.
Slicky light bulbs.
Slick Watts. All right, let's move on to some predictions here. What a great week last week for both of us. 8-2. There goes our kick count again. So we are winding down. There's only a few weeks left here. But but we've made some strides now with 54 and 55%.
Yes, we have.
We would have won some money this year.
It's right up there with last year's too. We started off really rough.
Yeah. But we figured things out.
Summertime, we were like, "Oh my god, are we going to be even above 50?" Because I think at the beginning of summer, I think I was actually below 50.
You were. It was the first time I think ever in our history that one of us was below 50. So
then I said, "You know what? That's it. No more."
That's it.
And I think I even said that too. No more.
No mas. I think you said no mas. Honestly, I think you were talking about
Roberto Duran.
But you also had a few tequila shots when you said it. All right.
Yes.
All right, let's start off with some NFL action on the Sunday.
Look, there's a whole bunch of people watching. Put your predictions down. If you beat us, you can win something. It's free.
It's free.
I'm in a silly mood. I don't know why.
Vaughn into the windup in his first offering. Just a bit outside.
That joke was just a bit outside, Ron.
It was just a bit outside. But it was
all right. So let's start off the first. Is this the first Sunday of December, man? The year's almost over. Holy cow. Indianapolis Colts at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
What are you, Phil Rizzuto?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Holy cow. All right. Indianapolis Colts at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Indy does not travel well. They are not very good on the road. Plus that injury to Daniel Jones. You see how it's affecting them. I'm going Jacksonville here.
Yeah, I'm going Jacksonville too. And I think Jacksonville is a horrible team. You know, I think they're so sloppy. I don't know how they're winning. They're catching teams at the right time is what I'm guessing.
Sloppy Jags.
Yeah, I just don't think
because they're so sloppy.
You're not helping my silliness.
The old sloppy Jags. I love it. All right, Ron, you're up here.
Hey, you could hashtag that.
Sloppy Jags. Also this Sunday, my friend, the Houston Texans at the Kansas City Chiefs. What do you got?
I'm going Houston. I think they're going to go in there and they're going to smack them in the mouth.
All right. Houston, we have a problem because they don't travel well. Kansas City only has one loss on the season at home. Home field matters in this game. I'm going Kansas City, but a very tight one. It's going to be a close game. Close game. I'm going Kansas City.
So we go from sloppy Jags to tight. Okay.
All right. 12-8 this Monday night. Philadelphia Eagles at the Los Angeles Chargers. I don't trust this Herbert injury. I think it's going to be very difficult for them to hand the ball off. I think it makes them a little more one-sided. I'm going Philadelphia. I think they figure some things out. I keep saying this every week. It's going to happen, so eventually I'll get it right. Saquon Barkley is going to have a game.
They don't figure things out. It's just the same old, but they managed to win some games. So I think they're going to manage to win this one. It's going to knock Dallas down on the canvas. And then we'll see if Dallas can get back up. But,
all right.
you know, but I think LA Chargers with our injured Herbert is not good.
Tune in next week when I'm correct on my Saquon Barkley has a game. It's going to.
He does have a game.
That one prediction has not gone well for me this season. It's going to happen. He's going to have a game.
I mean, you should go at least once, get it right.
That's what I'm saying. And then I'm going to say, look, I said it last week. I told you you'd have a game. See, I'm going to tell you. Ron, let's go NBA here with the New York Knicks at the Toronto Raptors. That's on December 9th. What do you have?
I'm going to go Toronto.
I also went Toronto. Knicks don't play well on the road.
That's what I thought, but Kenny says differently.
Yeah, Raptors. Look at the numbers, buddy. Look at the numbers.
I'm not questioning you. I'm questioning Kenny.
I don't. I don't blame you. Also on the 9th, you got the Miami Heat at the Orlando Magic. Heat are horrible on the road. I'm going Orlando here at home.
I just think Orlando is just going to wipe them off the face of the court. It's just going to be like
Make them disappear
yes,
like magic.
like magic. Yes.
Okay, all right. You know, you could do magic.
Yeah. That
You
was
can do
that was
magic.
look. That was pretty quick thinking for somebody under heat. You know.
Barach. Battle of the Floridians. All right. Tonight we've got some NHL action.
Now, is it Floridians or is it Florites?
I think if that's you brushing your teeth, it's fluorides.
No.
All right, tonight in the NHL, my friend, I know you'll be watching this game. The Washington Capitals at the Anaheim Ducks.
Why am I going to be watching this?
You're a hockey savant.
Yes, but I'm not staying up until like 10:30 to watch Washington and Anaheim. It's not happening.
No.
Good teams, right? Good teams.
Yeah. Both in first place. Both in first place.
Yes, and Anaheim is going to remain in first place.
All right, you're going Anaheim.
I'm going Anaheim with
going
Leo
Caps.
Carlson going to get 3 points tonight.
I'm going Caps. Going Caps here.
I haven't even been writing yours down.
Ovi. All right. Also in the NHL, you got the Tampa Bay Lightning at the Montreal Canadiens. I'm going Tampa here. I'm going Tampa. I think Canadians are starting to really come back down to earth.
Well, they're third place right now. They moved back up.
Yeah, but
they were out of a playoff spot 3 days ago.
I realize how good Tampa Bay is. They're in first place.
I know. It's really annoying. I'm gonna. You know what though? I'm gonna go Montreal. Ooh. I'm gonna pick the Montreal Canadiens. It's a landmark decision right here. Mostly because I'm hoping that they win this game. And here I go. I should never do that.
It's Montrealians.
And I'm hoping somebody loses.
Is that what they're called? Montrealians?
Montrealites?
Montrealites. Is that what it is?
Wait, it could be Montrealicans.
See? That's what I'm saying. It could be a lot of different things. All right, Ron, we've got some big time NCAA football action this weekend. First off, number 2, Indiana Hoosiers at the number 1 Ohio State Buckeyes. This is for the championship before the playoffs. I'm going Ohio State. I still don't believe in Indiana, even though they've had a phenomenal year.
They're also number 2.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things, but I promised my boy Chuck, who is one of our co-hosts on Going On Daily, he's a big Ohio State Buckeye fan, and I said that I was going to pick Ohio State because I knew we were going to be doing it for predictions, so I'm going Ohio State for the win.
All right, Ohio State. All right,
hey, bro.
We also got
these bros coming out of the woodwork.
I know, man. They're live right now.
Lighten it up tonight.
Young Real's been on there for a bit today. Also this Saturday, Ron, the number 3 Georgia Bulldogs at number 9 Alabama Crimson Tide. Both of these games, by the way, they're in obviously different areas. The Indiana one is actually in the Indianapolis. So that might help them. Honestly, I forgot about that. But
Ohio is over there too, you know.
And Georgia's
not going to help them that much.
And Georgia's going to be it's at the Dome, the Atlanta Mercedes-Benz.
So they're actually playing in
Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah.
Oh, that's easy. I'm going Georgia all the way.
Georgia. I agree with you, my friend.
All of you fans are going to help that happen. You know, let's go, Georgia. Come on.
WDJY FM, you know you're out there, and you're going to be excited about your Georgia Bulldogs. What a big weekend for college football.
Yes.
We also got some college basketball, Ron, this Saturday.
What did you pick?
Georgia. Oh. I even sang the song for you.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's you picking them.
Yeah. Why else would I? I'm going to Georgia.
If you would have sang
Crimson Tide.
You would have sang Sweet Home Alabama if you chose
there
that.
You go. That's a good jam, too. Sweet Home Alabama. Even when Eminem did an 8 Mile, he did so good. Anyway, This Saturday as well, college football. You got number 4 Duke Blue Devils at number 7 Michigan State Spartans. Who you get?
I'm going Duke over. Duke over.
Nope, not gonna do it. All right. I also am going with the Devils.
Devil in the blue dress.
Look at you, man. You are on
with the blue
fire.
dress on.
You're on fire tonight, my friend.
Loving it.
And how could anybody not realize the biggest matchup this weekend? Major League Soccer Championship. You got the Vancouver Whitecaps.
So you got that one
Miami
right last week.
No, I didn't. I picked.
Oh, you went San Diego as well?
Yeah.
Sorry. So you got that one wrong last week.
We picked the same ones.
I know. Oh, that's right. The whole thing was the same.
The whole thing was the same. Vancouver Whitecaps at Inter Miami CF, and it is in Miami. I'm going Miami here. I think that it was a done deal.
Look, didn't I just say this last week that it's probably rigged because some certain player is in Miami and they're going to make sure that team wins so that way, Lionel Trains can get his championship and then move on to another league.
Right, 2 in a row.
So I am going Inter Miami with Lionel for the win.
All right. That is our predictions. Tune in next week to see how we did. We got 3 different here, so could see some change.
We have 3 different?
Yeah.
What do we have different?
Chiefs, Caps, and Lightning.
Oh, both hockey. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, that's
because I went with my heart.
You see, and you got such a big heart. Yes. Ron, before we move on to our final thoughts, can you tell everybody out there how they can become a sponsor of the greatest? I knew that one's coming.
Yeah, bless you.
Sports podcast on the planet. Thank you.
Yes. So, just send us a shout. Little email, and you can sponsor the show. And when you sponsor the show, your ad will be here. We will read the ad. So not only will people see it, but it will be heard on the audio version for Spotify, Red Circle, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and plus BOB and WDJY
he's on it.
in Metro Atlanta. And we have so many fans that watch, like 20,000 fans easy. 20,000. Easy.
So check that out. Get your business heard. Help continue to let us grow as well. We appreciate the support.
Yes. Send us an email at ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com and we can send you out the awesome media kit that comes along with it. And I'll tell you, we need to do some themes, Eric. So that way I can plan ahead. But it's so hard to do themes with sports because you don't know what's going to happen.
You don't know, buddy. You never know. All right, Ron. It is time of the show where we're going to give you our final thoughts. And our final thoughts don't necessarily have to be anything sports related. It could be about anything happening in the world today. I am first. So I will give you our 2. I am starting our In the Memoriam early. We lost another player. Former LA Laker Eldon Campbell passed away at the age of 57 from drowning. I guess he had experienced a medical emergency while he was out fishing, and that didn't turn out well. Played for the Lakers, Hornets, Sonics, Pistons, and Nets. He did win 1 championship with the Pistons. Again, we continue to lose so many athletes, and we're going to have a real tough time in a few weeks, saying goodbye to them in this year, 2025. But our condolences to his family and wishing them, obviously, any support that they need to try to get through this. And
absolutely.
The last one I have, Lane Kiffin gets his first big signing at LSU. Defensive tackle Lamar Jackson. He signed with the Tigers. Let's just hope that Lane Kiffin decides to stay as long as this kid does, because right now Lane Kiffin has continuously moved to teams, 4 college teams in 14 years. The 2 years with the Oakland Raiders in the NFL, this man has bounced around more than Slick Watts in his passing skills. This guy blows my mind, just the way he handled the whole situation at Ole Miss. He's not a easy coach to like. To me, this is like, you get the big name player, that's great. In 3 years from now, you're gone. That just seems to be his MO. We'll see how long he stays at LSU, but again, Lane Kiffin, I lost a lot of respect for the way he handled that situation with Ole Miss.
Oh, he's just a scumbag.
Definitely.
Like, you're gonna just like walk out on your players for playoffs. That's awful. Look, my final thought is for Major League Soccer.
Hey,
how about that, right? Ron's pulling a Major League Soccer final thought. Look, there is discussions going on that the Major League Soccer is going to change their scheduling. They are talking about mirroring the European leagues. And that would mean that they are going to be playing in wintertime.
That'd be interesting in New England.
Oh, I'm loving it because there's a lot of northern teams, when you think about
New
Vancouver and Portland and, New York.
Philadelphia,
Philly, Isn't that, wait till that first time that Lionel Messi has to line up in like minus 20 degrees. And like, what am I doing? And he just walks off the field. That's what's going to happen. Look, you don't want to compete with the NBA, NFL, and NHL. Not in this country. Other countries, you have, it's you. But in this country, nobody will watch you. Nobody will go to the games. Nobody's going to sit there in snow watching the New England Revolution because, they stink as it is. You think people are going to freeze their butts off to go see you?
Not at all.
I think it's a big mistake, and I get that they want to attract, fans all over the world and players. It's not the way to do it. Just open up your wallets. Those players will come.
And I also think you get more visibility if you're not going against those leagues.
Right. If you only have to worry about Major League Baseball and WNBA and your random pickleball tournaments.
Oh, the old pickleball tournaments.
You're better off. I think you can outdo, the World Kickball tournament. I think you can outdo that. Big mistake. Don't play soccer in the winter.
Great point. This has been a very interesting show tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. Tune in every Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded. We hope to see you next week. We want to thank again those WDJY 99.1 FM, WBOB 990 in Providence, Rhode Island, and SEC TV and Public Access Channel 12 in Southeast Connecticut. Thank you for the support. Ron, we get to do this all over again next Friday, so I look forward to that.
We too.
And if you joined us live, we want to thank you as well. Manny, Shady, thank you for joining us. Jake, thanks for joining us tonight as well. Tune in next week. Another great show. Be ready and check out our websites. And all we have asked for every single show, Ron, is that we finally get peace on earth.
Absolutely. Have a great night, everybody.